Chapter 4. Weekend Plans. The atmosphere at dinner was subdued, the events of the day still heavy on Alex's mind. Despite his mother's attempt at casual conversation about school, he found it difficult to shake off the lingering unease. "It was fine, Mom," he replied, mustering a smile. "Just a normal day." His mother nodded, her expression reflecting a mixture of concern and understanding. As they ate in silence, the weight of unspoken worries hung heavily over the table. Just as Alex began to push his food around his plate, his mother cleared her throat, drawing his attention. "By the way, Alex," she said, her voice tinged with excitement, "I wanted to let you know that I'll be gone for the weekend." Surprised by the announcement, Alex looked up from his plate, curiosity piqued. "You're leaving?" he asked, a hint of concern creeping into his voice. His mother nodded, a warm smile spreading across her face. "Yes, some friends invited me for a weekend getaway at a resort," she explained. "I thought it would be nice to take a break and relax for a bit." Despite his initial surprise, Alex forced a smile, wanting to be supportive of his mother's decision. "That sounds great, Mom," he said, masking the pang of loneliness that tugged at his heart. "You deserve some time for yourself. I can take care of myself over the weekend." His mother's smile widened, a sense of gratitude evident in her eyes. "Thank you, Alex," she said, reaching across the table to squeeze his hand gently. "You're such a responsible young man. I'm lucky to have you as my son." As they finished their meal, Alex couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness wash over him. The absence of his father loomed large in the quiet house, a constant reminder of the void left behind. Memories of their time together flooded his mind, and he couldn't help but feel a twinge of longing for the comfort of his father's presence. "Good for you, Mom," he said, his voice tinged with emotion. "You haven't been able to have time for yourself since Dad died. I can take care of myself this weekend." With the dishes cleared away and the kitchen tidied, Alex retreated to his room, lost in thought. The prospect of a weekend alone filled him with a mix of apprehension and excitement. It would be an opportunity to focus on experimenting with his newfound teleportation abilities, to delve deeper into the mysteries of his powers without any interruptions or distractions. As he lay in bed, the soft glow of moonlight filtering through the curtains, Alex couldn't help but feel a surge of anticipation building within him. This weekend would be the start of a new chapter in his journey, one filled with discovery, adventure, and the endless possibilities of the unknown. And with determination burning in his heart, Alex was ready to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead. Just as he prepared to drift off to sleep, Alex checked his phone and saw a message from Noah. "You good, Alex? Today's been rough." Not wanting to worry his friend, he quickly replied, "I'm fine, dude. I've got you and Mr. Patrice Martin. He was so cool today. He didn't back down to Trevor. I'm gonna sleep now. Talk to you soon." As Alex closed his eyes and began to drift into sleep, a sense of unease settled over him. He found himself caught in a nightmare, standing naked in the classroom while Trevor doused him with a bucket of water, laughter echoing all around him. Suddenly, he jolted awake, heart pounding in his chest. To his horror, he realized he was not in his bed at home. Instead, he was sitting at a desk in his classroom, the moon casting eerie shadows through the window. Bewildered and disoriented, Alex's mind raced with questions as he stared into the darkness, the nightmare still fresh in his mind. And as he sat alone in the silent classroom, the mysteries of the night awaited him, ready to unfold in the darkness. As Alex sat in the silent classroom, confusion and disbelief washed over him. How had he ended up here? The last thing he remembered was going to bed at home, not sitting at his desk in the middle of the night. Gathering his thoughts, Alex stood up, his mind racing with questions. He cautiously made his way to the door, hoping to find some clue that would explain his bizarre situation. As he stepped into the hallway, the dimly lit corridors stretched out before him, unfamiliar and foreboding in the darkness. Determined to find his way back home, Alex began to walk, his footsteps echoing softly in the empty school. Every shadow seemed to dance and flicker, playing tricks on his mind and adding to his sense of disorientation. As he navigated the labyrinthine halls, Alex's thoughts turned to his newfound teleportation abilities. Could this be another manifestation of his powers? Had he somehow teleported himself to the school in his sleep? Shaking off the unsettling thought, Alex focused on finding a way back home. He followed the corridors, turning this way and that, his only guide the distant memory of the route he took to school every day. After what felt like an eternity of wandering, Alex finally reached the school's entrance. Stepping outside, he was greeted by the cool night air and the familiar sight of the neighborhood he called home. Relief flooded through him as he recognized the streets and houses, each one a welcome sign that he was heading in the right direction. With a newfound sense of determination, Alex quickened his pace, eager to return to the safety and comfort of his own bed. As he walked, the events of the night replayed in his mind, each twist and turn of his journey a puzzle yet to be solved. But one thing was clear. Alex was determined to unravel the mystery of his teleportation abilities and unlock the secrets of his powers, no matter where they might lead him. With each step, Alex drew closer to home, his heart filled with a quiet resolve. And as the first light of dawn began to break on the horizon, casting a soft glow over the familiar streets, he knew that he was one step closer to understanding the true extent of his abilities.